everybody, welcome back to Boots and Bunny Homestead. And I usually don't do this kind of video. Oh my gosh, it's so bright. But this would be kind of like a day in the life kind of thing. I'm just going to take you through the day with us because we've got a lot of projects to get started on, to get completed. It is springtime, the sun is out, and I got to get my hands dirty. So first, we are going to start off with these plants down here. They're getting too big and it is time for them to go outside, so we're going to get them planted real quick. So let's head over and get them in the dirt. One of the first things we're going to do is I've got these onions that we're going to plant in the ground. Onions will deter pests from cabbage plants, so I'm going to plant them around the cabbage plants, kind of up and down between the rows. And these have been inside. I planted these January 19th. And here it is March 7th, which you'll see this sometime this week. And we have got to get these in the ground now, but they are kind of long and spindly, and I'm going to go ahead and cut some of these greens off. So what you want to do is you want to leave them probably 4 or 5 inches long. Just kind of cut the excess off, and then you can cook with this later. You don't want to cut the newest growth off, so anything longer than the newest growth that's on the plant, go ahead and cut that off above that. And this will be what people are normally used to seeing as their sets as they order. So if you've ordered sets before, then you know kind of what you're looking for and how long to cut them and to leave them. So I will do this real quick, and then we will take them over and put them in the garden. Alright, I've got them all cut down. And you don't have to do this step if you don't want to. You can just go ahead and leave them on there and then just take them outside and put them in the dirt. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 15, 16, 17. I've got 18 here. These are my oldest ones. This was my trial run to see if I could actually get onions to grow. And these did so well that I planted the flat. You can see right there that I did 99 in. I did 11 rows of 9 each. And those they're about 4 inches tall. I'm just waiting on them to get a little bit thicker and start producing the bulb that we're going to be able to plant or to plant outside as the set. So let's take these over and go ahead and get them set along with the cabbage plants that are right here. We're going to take these over and get them set up as well. And like I said, put the onions in between the rows. Probably I'll just do one down the middle because I don't want to put them in between, but just one down the middle to help deter some of those pests. So let's head over to the garden and get these in the ground. Haven't had you guys over here in a while, so I'll tell you real quick what I've got in this bed already. This row right here is my Brussels sprouts. In the middle, I've got dinosaur kale. And down here on the end, I've got 6 broccoli plants. In that bed over there, all of that is cauliflower. And the rest of it is out at my dad's house. And I'm going to put the cabbage right here at the end of the rest of the broccoli. So stick around. Let's get in the ground. Alright, so we've got our onions planted right here. They're about 6 to 8 inches apart. And with these bulb onions, you just want the roots in the ground. You want the bulb to stay towards the top of the surface. As it gets bigger, it'll sit on top. And if it doesn't, you may want to come back here and what's called spooning your onions and just kind of take back in the day, what they called it, spooning, because they would take a spoon and just kind of move the dirt away from the onions. Because the only thing that needs to go in the ground is the roots. Onion is a root vegetable that sits on top of the ground. So that's kind of neat to know. But I planted them in between my cabbage and the kale, and I went all the way down beside the broccoli. And I did have one broccoli plant that I put right there on the corner. He was my last one that I was waiting to get big enough to put outside. So we've got our onions planted and our cabbage planted. I'm going to go on the back porch, make sure I don't have anything else I want to set out right now. The rest of the cabbage that you've seen sitting up there is going to go to my dad's house, and he's going to put them in his garden, and then we've got to move on to the next project. I'm going to walk out here to the other garden and show you one thing we did real quick. I'll just walk around the outside. Whew. I didn't have time to film it yesterday, but I wanted to show you guys and give you an update. If you follow us on Facebook and Instagram, I have posted that I was selling some strawberry plants. And so this is where all of those come from. And I'll show you what else that we're doing to get ready for our summer plants to go in. So if you remember, all of this right here was my strawberry bed. And then we had blackberry plants right here. And you can go back and watch the blackberry video to see how to care for them. We'll put that card in. But I pulled all my strawberry plants up, and I sold the extra runner plants and put mine in containers on the back porch because of the next project we're getting ready to do. But these blackberry plants, I put right here in these barrels. So that way, whenever we get ready to move, these are to be transplanted. Hopefully, it's not going to be but a couple of years. So that way, these won't get too big and too root bound until we can actually get them in dirt. You don't have to trellis blackberry plants, but we went ahead and supported them instead of just leaving them out here, you know, in the weather or whatever. We just went ahead and tied them to the trellis panels here. Because we don't need to use these cattle panels for anything else at the moment. So that's where our new blackberry plants are. If you remember, I had 4 that were here. The one on the end actually rooted, and I cut the limbs off, and I actually have 6 now. There's a baby there and a baby there, and the 4 corners are our mature plants. And so this one here and that one there are limbs off of that last plant that was in the garden, now rooted and making another plant. So I have 6 now. Yay! 6 blackberry plants. So in the meantime, until I get ready to plant this, which I already have plans for this, I laid a tarp down, which was on the chicken coop, the big chicken coop over there. For when it snowed, we gave them a shelter to get out of the wind and to be able to walk around on the grass without walking on the snow. We took that down yesterday and come over here and laid this down like a silage tarp to keep it covered and weed free, hopefully, fingers crossed, until we can get our summer plants in here. So our next thing for the garden is I'm going to come out here and get all the kale plants up and blanch them and freeze them. And then we'll probably go ahead and extend this tarp right here over to cover this up whenever I can get to it. And this one, I may just go ahead and let it grow and do whatever it's going to do. Not too worried about, you know, keeping it covered and all that good stuff right now. Not really worried about the other ones, but I'm just trying to get ready and not have to kill myself whenever I come out here and plant all these plants. So, let's get to the next project we're going to do. Alright, the next project I'm talking about is a combo project. We need one to do the other. So, if you see my last video, we are starting our strawberry bed here. And also, at the same time in that video, we started taking up our deck that is rotting. But we noticed that all of this wood here is not bad right here on the ramp. there was some broken pieces where it was borderline people getting hurt. So we went ahead and took them off. This was a mosquito breeding ground whenever we took it up. It stayed damp under there. There's no airflow, nothing like that. And so we were taking the deck up and mosquitoes were just flying up out of there. So now that it's uncovered and drying out, we don't have any more mosquitoes at the moment. But the wood that we took off, most of it is good. It's right here. And as you know, wood is very expensive right now. So we're going to repurpose this wood and we're going to make one part of the strawberry bed and the others we're going to save for later. But in order to make the strawberry bed, we need to go ahead and get some of these 4x4s up and probably start taking this railing down right here as well. So we're kind of doing two projects at once. But I need the 4x4s in order to start putting those. I've got the wood laying right there. That is some of the ramp. And so I need the 4x4s to start getting that built to make our strawberry bed to get the strawberries planted. So we got to get busy. Alright, so now that we've got some of the wood taken off of the deck, we're going to come over here and start on our strawberry bed. Okay, so we made the bed 41.5 inches deep, 12 foot long. And now we're going to spread this out just a little bit. I know I really need to get that grass out, and it's probably going to bite me later, but I'm not going to worry about it right now. We're going to go ahead and spread out the chicken poo that we have right here, the holy chicken squat that we got from over here. And we're going to go ahead and spread this out, and then we've got the bed over there that we're going to try to take maybe a rail off and start scooping some of that dirt out and bringing it over here so we can start filling this up, because I've got to get my strawberries in the dirt.